we have separated. We call the straight line the crown separation. With this distinction, we divide the hair into 4 main sections. After separating 4 main sections, starting from the nape part, we will cut the hair in 4 stages. The back part first. Sharpening cutting technique. We will determine the length of the hair, which is the first stage with Guinea sharpening cutting technique after determining the height. En sedan, shortman, cutting the section. After revealing the length of your hair, this dye is suitable in one way, progressively to the hair at 45-degree angles. We will apply a haircut, what we call gradation bob cut on the back, that is, the hair, to add movement and volume to the back of the hair to provide natural 1E transition. Folding. We will apply a folding process with 45-degree angles. Your hair in the first place, at an angle of 0 degrees to determine his height. Hair. We determine the neck from the nape part. This is the basis of the hair. We determine the length of the hair. Hair a second stage. We separate Guinea horizontal. I create one distinction. And from the middle part of the hair, after creating horizontal separation, we'll create a distinction. The hair point we cut from the bottom one by forming one angle of 45 degrees by taking guide. We continue our cut in this nape part, creating vertical separations. Nape part. I cut it at 45-degree angles. If you want to get a haircut like this, coming to my hall from me, you can get haircut service. Our hall is in Istanbul, Beylikdüzü. Social media addresses are available in the description my hall section from here. Of my video. You can get hair cutting services and hairdressing services. Back part. With horizontal vertical separations. I keep cutting with a 45-degree angle. Here by separating the hair slice by slice, cutting the stain piece by slice. And check the hair point we have cut before from the bottom. We continue our cutting, as you can see on the back, creating light coats. In hair. So we call bomber, make the hair look beautiful, and we ensure that the back of the hair is folded. We created the second distinction. First division was a straight division, second division, and third division third distinction. Hair at 45-degree angles to the Guinea. According to output direction, we create a 90-degree separation and the hair comes out. Direction after. We also create a 45-degree angle as a cut. When forming the 45-degree angle, the hair point we cut first. We continue as a guide, friends. This distinction with the hair points we cut before. We continue our process by combining. If you want to watch my other videos, my channel. There are many categories of videos in the video section. By reaching here, you can also watch my other videos, as you can see. Forming distinctions and at an angle of 45 degrees. From the inside out. We continue our haircut by creating layers. Here I fold the back of the hair as a basis first. And in the next process, your hair. On the left and right sides. Equating each other. We create our bob haircut design. We're coming to the tray part, as you can see, after coming to the part of the Guinea vertical by creating a distinction bottom to top 45, forming an angle of 45 degrees from inside to outside. I continue the haircut. For your information, I cut the hair by separating it slice by slice. As you can see, the gradient will form the 3 shape. At the back, layers formed and a beautiful image occurred. I come to the left part of the hair after cutting the back part, and from here creating a diagonal 1 distinction, a short on the back and short on the front. creating a light 45-degree angle that
From
is
the
neck to the front light space. Light ear bangui to get one extending view. With 45-degree finger grip I keep making sure. Then I comb the hair back. The front part of the hair is a little longer because I combed it backwards. I will appear. Here I equate with the shortness in the back. And I keep getting certain. My finger grip here is slightly 45 degrees, not straight. Suitable for the slope of the hair. Suitable for the model of the hair. From the neck to the front. Light 45-degree angles with sharp horse cutting technique with finger grip. I cut it with a straight scissor stroke. After this cutting process is finished, I'm going to the other part. I'm going to the right guinea the same way. Left side. Well, the technique I applied is diagonal again, with cross separations. I comb the hair back to form. And by creating an angle of 45 degrees as a finger grip, with the clamp on the back, the length of the front, equalizing by creating a 45-degree angle. Here I comb the hair slightly backwards. And after scanning the front part slightly backwards, again with a 45-degree angle, I continue the hair cutting process. Here is the appearance of your hair from the neck to the short front. To achieve a slightly elongated one appearance, graduation bob here. We can also describe it as cutting, folded back to the front. One haircut with lengthening transitions. We create the process. You guys are bob haircut too. Other haircutting techniques, also from the subject. So if you want to get a haircut, you can come to my salon and get service from me. Our place is in Istanbul, Beylikdüzü. Yes, the front of the hair. Want to add some movement. In the front. Suitable for natural separation. I made the distinction and I'm separating. And by doing the heel control, stretching forward from the nape part, I will create a 45-degree angle again. I created the distinction here from the top part. Do we have a mistake or not? We will check it and get it from the neck. At an angle of 45 degrees, to come from short to long. I equalize the hair as you can see the top distinction. I'm creating a distinction from the joke parts with one address. And after creating the adenolar distinction again, from the shortest point, I see the hairline we cut on the back. My guide, our guide 1 hair point we cut before. After cutting this point, creating an angle of 45 degrees, I continued cutting. After doing this, friends, your hair, to the hair to ensure their transition, I will apply blocking. So hard appearance on 3 parts of the hair, more natural than transitional to achieve one. To get the pass, I use E-file scissors to get, that is, 1 scissors of hair that we call intermediate scissors, separating it gradually as if cutting it again. Starting from the neck, I will apply thinning to the hair. As you can see here, I separated the hair from the first point I cut, and her hair is 45 degrees guinea, hereby creating an angle, cross point. So I apply thinning to the hair with the cutting technique. I'm not hitting a straight scissor blow, but a diagonal E way. I pass the hair by applying scissor blows. Don't thin the hair as you can see here. Go to the process E hair. I'm applying the pictus technique to the hair here. Thinning the ends of the hair, not the bottoms of the hair. End parts of the hair. Providing their transitions. Your hair is more homogeneous. Begin. To provide passage, I applied a thinning process. this process. After applying it, by applying one beautiful blow-dry process to the forming process, we will not have completed the hair design of our model. Friends, you too. If you like my video, don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks to you, our videos are watched more and more every day, and our channel is getting bigger every day. For watching my video and subscribing to my channel, thank you so much. See you with one new video. Take good care of yourself. Hope to see you. I wish you a good day. See you soon. Hello! Friends, today you have a layered haircut curtain bangs. Hair design. I will explain in detail how the process is done. When starting haircut first 4, we create the basic distinction. We will divide the hair into 4 main sections. I create the first profile separation. Then I create a coronation. And when he starts to cut the hair from the back, in a gradual way. First, by creating horizontal separations. Our name. We start here. We will determine the basis of the first hair and the length of the hair. Our first goal will be to determine the length of the hair. Here, I decide what size the hair is in our customer, and I get the broken hair without too short. A very short haircut in curtain cardamom and layered haircut. It's better not to have more layers in long hair. Gets one more beautiful look on hair. So curtain cardamom on very extremely short layered hair. No, it looks better on long hair. Cutting hair length. 2 is a sheath from the first hair point we cut. I'm separating the tier, creating horizontal separations here, between fingers, to the sharpening cutting technique, that is, with a straight scissor stroke, one way. Hair on the back 4. The back and front are separate because I'm instantly divided into my section. The bottom one we cut before. Part as guide. I continue to process. After cutting the left side, we go to the right side. And I cut the right side in the same way. Back 1 pinch from the black part as a guide. And we continue our same length haircut. So here is the basic. We continue our cutting process by aligning the hair length. While cutting the right and left part, the stance of our customer's head is very important. Our customer's head slightly to the left while cutting the right side. Reclining. Lean slightly to the right side while cutting the left side. So lying on your side. We will continue our cutting after that. This angle is very important, guys. Now profile her hair in half. Your hair after creating the distinction. Beginning the folding process from the front, that is, the curtain. Cardamom laying process. We start from the front to start front part by creating the separation of the purchase motif, i.e. triangle 1 by. We create the distinction. Triangle separation is also eyebrow. We touch our comb from the end of the eyebrows and from the point it touched from the peak. Triangle 1 way. I make a distinction. When cutting right and left after creating separation, when I cut the right side, I go to my customer's left and do the cutting process. Here, as you can see, my client. I cut the left side and went to the right side. Let's say I'm doing operation over cheekbones. Short and long, you decide for yourself. But your cheekbones, if you do the cutting process from the bottom, outward moving, one view, it gets one image that is better to get. I'm on the left side of our customer. I'm on the right, I'm cutting the left side. While cutting, I'm applying a 45-degree angle according to the angle, friends. So her hair, I'm scanning towards the exit direction of the hair. and I cut it at an angle of 45 degrees. Then, I'm going to level 2, guys. After cutting the front part, now starting from the top to the back, diagonal 1 distinction. I'm creating and forward in one way suitable for the short section on the front. Friends from the bottom. I see my guide after seeing my guide. Yes, as you can see here, I'm scanning 45 degrees. I see it at the bottom. I see the hair spot I cut before, as you can see here. And I continue the cutting process. Distinctions disappear. I slice by slice and forward wound combing forward. And scan them all to the front. And the hair point I cut before, I cut it the same size after seeing it. The back is longer when we scan forward. The front part is folded, friends. The haircut point here, I adjust it according to the shortness in the front of the hair. I'm combing the hair here and create a 45-degree angle. After that, I continue to cut. I cut the left side. Now I will cut the right side, guys. I pass my customer's left side while cutting the right side. I pass and hair cutting process by creating one diagonal. I make a diagonal distinction, a distinction as scanning angle. I'm scanning T and here, yes, hair up. I'm scanning towards the exit direction, and the bottom one is cut first. I cut. I see your hair point and cut it accordingly. Now here, according to the back of your hair, I created such a diagonal 1 cross distinction on the back. Create 1 cross separation from peak to nape. I made a distinction after creating the separation, combing the hair forward, and my client cut it to the left because I cut the right side. Pass to the left side there. I'm scanning, so here is 1 cross, 1 scan process. I cut it at an angle of 45 degrees by creating. As you can see, I comb the hair to the front, but 45 degrees diagonal with 1 scan angle. Seeing the hair point I cut before from the bottom, I'm cutting. As you can see, I created a cross 1 scan angle, and I saw the hairline I had cut before, and I applied my cutting process. After applying the cutting process, her hair again this time. Starting from the front, end parts of the hair, I apply thinning process with the feel scissors, hereby hitting the hair, and I hit the hair completely and the front end of the hair. File scissors with 2-3 blows. I don't do my job of thinning too much, just 2-3. I'm applying scissors blow. Your hair is squeezing the hair because I hit the hair here. And scissors, that is, feel scissors. It provides one more natural transition with thinning processing, and more with the Burma process. A beautiful one transition without any trace on the hair. Makes it happen. Here, starting from the front of the hair to the back, I thin the hair piece by piece by creating horizontal searches. I scan the guinea forward and auger the auger process. After audition for hair, I bring the hair down to the ends with the feel scissors. Hair blocking is done on the ends of the hair, friends. The bottom of the hair and the middle part. Thinning is done after Do not thin the middle of the hair according to the full length. Do not apply effigy scissors from the bottom of the hair in any way. You will definitely create a problem with hair. I do thinning operations on the ends of the hair. A more beautiful one here. We get the image. Our process is over. After the drying and shaping process. Inward, as you can see, I took one blow dryer with motion. Front floors are fine. Beautiful cheekbones, one design. Curtain bangs, layered haircut. If you want to get a haircut like this, there are social media addresses in the description section of my video. By coming to my salon and making an appointment with me, you can get a haircut. Don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel. See you soon.
Hello everyone, asterisk. Today, you curtain hair layered haircut. How to design haircut. I will tell you in detail how to do it. I divide the hair into basic distinctions. I make a profile distinction first. Profile distinction eyebrow starting from the middle. Of the eyebrow asterisk, the straight separation we have separated towards the neck asterisk profile. Separation crown separation as the second distinction after him crown separation. One wish from ear to ear is reserved to the other ear, clear distinction asterisk we call crown. Separation here after the coronation we divide the hair into four main sections asterisk. After dividing the four mothers into sections asterisk, creating horizontal separations from the neck asterisk. Now haircut, we will start our process friends asterisk I. We'll cut the foundation of the hair after creating the horizontal separation asterisk. So I will create a straight one cut asterisk I cut. The length of the hair starting from the back asterisk. After cutting the first stage. This is our guide. Asterisk after creating the guide. So the basic two after cutting the first stage of separation. As a difference, I cut the second stage. Asterisk asterisk, I cut the first stage and second stage one. I equate it with the hair length I cut before asterisk by following our guide. Our progress in hair EE. Cutting it helps asterisk. Here we cut the technique pivot point technique asterisk. Pivot point TECHNIQ UEEE creating our design. As you can see on the back asterisk with straight scissor stroke. That is, with the sharpening cutting technique. After creating, I pass the back to the left side your neck asterisk. I equate it with the hair length. I cut on the back and I get one guide. So guide means one asterisk, one piece of hair from the hair point we cut first EEE. So applying the rest of the piece, following our guide here, asterisk neat. Haircut EEE. We can do the process now. I'm going to the right side in the same way. Asterisk I. Make one distinction horizontal and right left side asterisk before me guide from the hair. Point I cut after receiving unequal to the same height. This is our basic. We have hair length asterisk without shortening the hair in any way. After cutting this length E, this time we will apply a folding process here on the right in accordance with a guide. I'm equalizing hair length. I applied one completely straight cut here asterisk. So blunt, long, blunt one appearance now. Curtain the front of the hair. I will make a hair application here. Right ear down from the back of the ear. I made one right diagonal. Distinction E I cut after separating the front frame part 1, separated the right side. Now I'm separating the left side too. The left side is the same from the peak. E behind the ear by creating a sky distinction. I said give up after that. Now the right side past the left side of my customer while cutting asterisk and the starting point. Of the cheekbones angle, like 45 degrees, we start our haircut asterisk after cutting the front part. This is our guide. In accordance with this guide, scanning angle from right to left and E with the first hair point. I cut asterisk. I cut it at 45-degree angles by equalizing. I'm scanning as you can see here. I see my guide and cut it asterisk. This is again because I cut it at one fixed point, starting from the right and scanning forward. A certain point of the front parts is short from the guide. It's stretching forward, so the other long parts are also long some way to Guinea asterisk asterisk I. Cut the left side. Now the left side, when I cut it, I go to the right asterisk border. Yes, stance is important. And which of our customers, I'll cut your side in the opposite direction. When I stand. At one angle at the angle there asterisk, I'm applying one cut more comfortably asterisk. Now, I see my guide as you see asterisk again. At an angle of 45 degrees asterisk, I continue my cutting process, and after cutting the first stage, I equate the other levels according to them, and asterisk I. Continue my cutting process here asterisk. My folding process after seeing and cutting the spar completed on the front. Now I will fold the back parts asterisk here. In the front asterisk asterisk, I applied my animation curtain bangs. Design now with back cross separations. I'm separating V combing. Forward asterisk asterisk to my guide at the hair point. I cut appropriately equating with the front part asterisk. As you can see, I equate it with the hair length on the front. Asterisk, not the shortest part, but the longest part. Asterisk, I continue to process cutting by processing. I'm scanning Guinea forward here from the front for scanning and cutting it forward asterisk because I cut it appropriately. For the flowers in the front asterisk, both the back is long and the back is not. Shortened folding process is applied so light folding in applying both a folding process. By processing with the sections on the front, we give movement and volume to the hair because our customer's hair structure is thin because it is volume need asterisk I. Applying a folding process because you hear asterisk I. Continue to process here to the front because I scan the right and left. Parts of the front it's operated. I will continue. My back folding later. Hue Guinea is the same on the right after cutting the left side. Keep cutting with technique asterisk I cut it to the front and scan it to the longest section in front, equalizing the longest paint asterisk. I see my guide as you see, and the cutting process, and I continue. You also have this kind of one layer. Haircut curtain cardamom design. If you want to do me social media addresses in the description. Part of my video available by reaching my hall from here haircut asterisk coloring and other hairdressing services you can get service, as you can see now after cutting asterisk star. Technique with slicing technique asterisk in vertical slices I. Apply hair folding process, as you can see upwards asterisk. At the ends of the hair, forming a 90-degree angle asterisk. I'm applying a folding process. I'm scanning upwards, and in the front asterisk I'm getting my guide. I set it as a guide on the front. I equate one hair length with that hair length asterisk this time. Just to the front, we applied a folding process. Now we are folding. The back parts. The reason why we apply slices like this hair asterisk too. The hair structure of our customer's model, in accordance with the head structure, so we determine one point. We determine the guide. This guide for the whole hair we distribute it with star. Technique, so you can call it orange slice hair. After applying this process asterisk, completely scans upward small one by check balancing. That is, by checking asterisk, we will finish. Our transaction I'm scanning, and here it's small here. Again asterisk in our upward scanning and folding process, usually point cutting technique or point cutting technique asterisk we apply it. As you can see, moving wavy asterisk our curtain cardamom layered haircut design after the blow dry. I'm showing you guys asterisk. I hope you are satisfied you too. If you like my video and subscribe to my channel, I would be very pleased. See you soon.
Hello friends, today is the curtain for you. Haircut with cardamom. How to design it, I will explain it in detail. When cutting hair, we will first create the basic distinctions. Our first basic distinction is profile separation. Profile separation. We are separated from the nose to the neck. We call straight separation profile separation. In this profile distinction, we divide the hair into two main sections. Crown separation from one ear to the other ear. We create one straight distinction. After doing this, we divide the hair into four main sections. But after dividing into four main sections, step one way from the back part. We will determine the length of the hair. We will form the basis of this hair. So we will make a layered haircut after it is determined. But first, decide what size our hair will be, and according to it, we will apply one straight cut from the back. Ear comb to the sharpening cutting technique, using 6 haircut techniques. Using the comb as a ruler, we apply one straight cutting process. After creating our first cut, this becomes our foundation. So it's our guide, in accordance with this guide. Following our same size guide, and we apply straight one cutting process. We cut the first stage and we will cut the second stage in such a gradual way. Using our comb as a ruler by creating horizontal separations, create a straight one form. In this way, our hair is fuller and we will get one more voluminous image, and we determine the length of our hair. If you want to get a haircut like this, there are social media addresses in the description section of my video. Reaching here, you can come to my salon and get hair cutting service. Our hall is in Istanbul Beylikdüzü. Hair cutting service and other hairdressing services. If you make an appointment in the best way, I serve. We continue our model, creating the basic distinctions of our model. First we will make a straight cut, then after forming the straight cut, after determining the size of the foundation, we will apply the folding process. By creating horizontal separations and scanning backwards single 1DC. I'm applying a straight one cutting process at the line, friends. Hereby applying the sharpening cutting technique, that is, we create one straight haircut with a blow. Later, this time our customer's hair neck head, by adapting its movement straight one, so the posture of our customer's head is also very important. When we go to the side, create a slight slope one and then hair length in accordance with the guide on the back. We continue in the same way. Right side, after cutting the left side, the right side is I apply the cutting process. After applying this process, we formed the basis of the hair. So we determined the length of the hair after determining this size. Now from the front of the hair, folding process by creating diagonal separations. We will make the distinction of hair. We are asking our customer which way to separate it from the front part. And after determining which direction you allocate it to that direction. Your hair. After determining the fall, with backward diagonal separations. 45-degree angles. We create a folding process by creating, here is the front part of the end of the eyebrow E. Forehead motif. A shape, that is, creating a triangle by creating one shape in the front. We will start our curtain cardamom application process. And then that curtain is suitable for the shortness of the cardamom. We will apply a folding process, separate in the story. The part we reserved. We decided on which direction to allocate and, by passing to the end of our customer while cutting the right side. So cross at 45-degree angles, creating distinctions from Diego, our customer, in the front. From the point where the cheekbones were found, determine the shortness, and I'm folding the front part. And I continue to cut. You're combing your hair in the opposite direction and 45-degree downward angles. I started my cutting process by creating and folding process on the front. I created one diagonal backwards to apply. And my customer's hair is our customer's. Folding the front part. Scan forward to create. In the short section on the front of the hair, forming angles of 45 degrees by continuing in one convenient way. I continue my folding process. As you can see here, my cover at the bottom, I see it, and in one way suitable for its shortness. I cut it the same size, and backward diagonal, creating across one distinction, and our customer Scanning the front. How is it when I scan the front part is folded. The back part is folding too, but from the back. Prevents layered backwards longer. And both floors at the back. Both it is obvious, and from the length of the hair on the back. No shortening in any way. We are folding, but in the back, it comes in a V shape. Our model's hair, our customer's model, and we get one fold view. And the length of our customer's hair is not gone. Of course, according to its shortness, C for cutting. And he doesn't lose his E form at one. He catches one nice form. Right side. After cutting, I cut the left side with the same technique. I continue. Key on the front. The left side is the same, by creating diagonal separations at an angle of 45 degrees to the cheekbones of your hair, remarkably short, the shortest point, in cross-diagonal separations. I continue the haircut. My client, because I cut the left side, I go to the right side and combing the hair in the opposite direction. I'm folding. After cutting the front part, diagonal if back, slice to slice guinea by creating cross separations to the back. I'm scanning forward by creating the distinction. When I scan forward, the front is folded. It gets one view stretching backwards here. I see the hair spot I cut before. I'm applying my flush folding process. And guinea too. I'm going to the level guinea diagonal. I created one distinction as scanning forward. And I continue my cutting. You also like my video and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget, thanks to you, our channel is growing every day, and we have a large family thanks to you. Yes, after seeing the hair point guide we cut, I finished my cutting. We applied the folding process here, friends. 2. Now I apply the thinning process, as you can see here. Creating diagonal distinctions, creating cross divisions again, in parts. I soften it with the Pictus technique, with file scissors, so that the ends of the hair are more beautiful. There is one transition on the floors. You also cover the ends of the hair with this kind of technique. You can soften. I don't use razor. Feel in hair. I apply softening and thinning with scissors. So the hair, it doesn't look like it's broken. It doesn't look like it's broken. There is no excessive thinning process, and the transition is more tremendous. One beautiful look. You are this style one. You can soften the ends of the hair with the technique. I request you, don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel. If you turn on notifications, in my new videos, you will be informed of my new videos. As you can see here, the clock on the left side cut the left side, the same on the right. I'm thinning, with Pictor's technique on the ends with a file scissors. I apply a thinning process. Our place is in Istanbul Beylikdüzü. If you want to get a haircut too, and the other way ombre retouch, bold hair coloring and other hairdressing services, you can make an appointment. There are social media addresses in the description section of my video. Our place is Beylikdüzü. You can easily reach. Don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel. And my channel, notify me of my new videos by opening the notification bell. Yes, our cutting is over. And I will show you the final version of our model. Front folded backs longer. Obtained one moving image without losing its form. We will be friends. Thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much for liking my video. Hope to see you with new videos. Take care of yourself.
Hello friends, welcome to my channel. To you today, how to make a blunt bob haircut. I will explain it in detail. I will create the basic distinctions first. Our first distinction is profile separation. After creating my profile distinction, also as the second distinction, I will create a crown separation. Profile separation. My forehead present from the beginning. The distinction we have divided to the neck. At the coronation. Comb again. We put it on the crown of your forehead. And from the point where our comb's back touches a crown separation to the distinction we have separated, that is, 1. From ear to ear. A fixed one. The distinction we have separated as a line is called the crown separation. Here the crown separation, the front and back of the hair. Separating two main sections. Profile separation also divides the hair in half, so here we divide the hair into 4 basic E sections. We divide it into 4 basic parts. After dividing it into 4 basic parts in one step, we will apply a haircut to separate it in a gradual way. I'm starting and I'll cut it gradually. Here our first level will be the dye of our model's hair. We will apply 1 straight haircut. So create a blunt haircut, comb 6 for applying it. So we apply the technique of sharp ablution. That is, we also apply it with a straight scissor stroke. There will be 1 straight haircut. Here, I will use 1 angle of 0 degrees. So I use my comb as a ruler. Without creating any angle. There will be 1 haircut suitable for the direction of hair fall. I make our model tilt its head very slightly forward. And here, first, setting our guide, as you can see, without opening the neck too much. And with sharp horse cutting technique, that is, with straight scissor stroke. I'm cutting the first part. Then left side, then right side. This is the first hair I cut. I equate with paint. This hair will be tall, guys. This will be our guide. All in accordance with this guide, we will cut the hair length to the same length. This is our guide, this hair length. We are going to the second stage, as we can see, second stage hair length. I will equal the hair length we cut in the first stage. As you can see here, I reserved the first part. I comb your hair downwards according to the natural combing direction. I tilt our customer's head very slightly forward and, using my comb as a ruler 1, with the hair length I cut before, equalizing in the same way. So here I use my comb like a ruler. I align and cut with a straight scissor stroke. Here is the sharpening cutting technique, also named Guinea. I'm separating the first piece from the second floor. This one is the same as the hair size we cut before. I use my comb like a ruler and cut it. But here in every hair I cut, our customer's hair, I make your head tilt slightly forward. Because when it bends too little forward, the angle there makes the hair straighter. And when he gives back, you cut it straight in a blunt way. You can make a mistake there. It has to bend down 1 click. Because when he bends things, it doesn't reveal the little hair at the bottom either. This time, when the customer tilts his head forward, the bottom is like this. One section appears at the bottom, like this protrusion. It's also annoying. You will have to cut again. As you can see, we went to the third stage of the back part. Third stage at the bottom one. The hair point we cut before, Guinea in the same way. I keep cutting the same size. In these straight cuts, you can use the same technique. Here only, blunt 1 model here because your hair is short, Blunt straight 1 haircut, design. Here the length of the whole hair is all equal length. Blunt because it will be the same size. Straight blunt haircut. I'm doing the design. Right side, one with the hair point I cut before. Our guide is the same size. Our customer after cutting. I tilt the head of our model to the slightly front part and use my comb as a ruler. One with the hair size I cut before. I say equal here by using my comb as a ruler. I comb the natural fall of the hair correctly without any mistakes. In the same way as the hair point I appeared. I continue my cut by equalizing. I'm asking you here. Don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel. Your thoughts too. I would be very pleased if you specify in the comment section of my video. Yes, after cutting the back. We go to the left side of our customer. Guinea head of our customer. Tilting to the right. After bending, behind the ear, before you get over the ear bulge, I divided it into the middle of the ear as you can see, and some behind the ear. I equalized the hair length on the back there. And the next one above the ear as you can see in the front. Here we equate the ear bulge. And we make 1 straight cut. If you scan it directly without calculating the ear bulge, and if you cut it straight, when you blow dry, when it dries, the protrusion of the ear appears. And straight 1 cut does not appear, and please the height of the ear to the top. Prevents hair from being straight at the bottom. So from the middle, right at ear level, to the back of your ear, E. Take one hair apart and straight from that hair. E. From the guide we have determined on the back, we cut our hair, and the rest in the front. E. We equalize the hair from there. And the same in the second level. From the hair point we cut a donut. E. We cut it in line. Our customer's hair, E. Stance, angle is very important here. We don't cut straight. We tilt our customer's hair a little and cut it like that. After cutting the left side, we go to the right again in the same way. Our customer's hair length without cutting the first. He light his head, a little according to the posture direction of the hair. We tilt, and after tilting, just like I cut it on the left side, we continue our haircut here. Guinea, you are also like this one. Haircut. And if you want to have other haircut models, I have social media customs in the description part of my video. From here, by reaching me on social media addresses and coming to my hall. Haircut coloring, retouching keratin hair care, balayage haircut, and other hairdressing services. You can get service. You can come to my hall and get service. I'm working with appointment. Morning, 10, evening, 6. I can make an appointment between hours. Our place is in Beylikdüzü. After doing my contours here, on the right side and on the left side, I apply my contours and light hair on the front. I'll add some movement, so I'll do some folding on the front. Here while adjusting the front part, as you can see again from the forehead point of the hair 1, I'm creating a profile distinction. I'm dividing the hair in half. And here, from the eyebrow line, front part 1, forehead motif, by creating the distinction, i.e. triangle 1, I make a distinction. After creating this triangular separation, important feature of triangular separation, right and left T, from the section, because we got it from the eyebrow line, right side and left side. Part 2, intensely taking one way, the right side and the left side. Only from the front without emptying too much. From the part where your forehead is because we make one distinction from the section where the forehead is. A slightly beautiful one movement in the front. And my forager bangs are one point where we can fold. It's okay, I'm creating one nice distinction there too. I cut the right side of our customer. I pass the breadth of our customer I'm adjusting the angle here much better. And as you can see here, your hair is short. After remembering the short point. For cutting by determining my angle. I provide one nice transition from short to long. After cutting the right side, I go to the left side. The left side is the same. I get one guide from the hair point I cut before. And here in my comb, because it's numbered so suddenly. Like a ruler until 20. So when I measure what size I cut and take one click on the left side and get the same size. At the same time, I'm cutting from the same point as you can see, so we have created a millimetric 1 design here. It's neither short nor too long, I cut it in the same short. And that shortness too, Guinea the same way. One distinction from left to right. By creating, so I'm scanning. And I see the hair point and I keep cutting. You too with the join button of my channel. Well, I would be very pleased if you want to support my channel. Thanks to you, my channel is getting bigger every day. And we became a big family. Our 229,000 subscribers. So thanks to valuable people like you, our audiences, time is growing. People who don't subscribe to my video, 97-100 are watching. I request you, when you watch my video, if you subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications, you will be informed of my new videos. You will watch my new videos without interruption. Friends, make sure to turn on the notification bell of my video, and be aware of my newly published videos. And when you subscribe to my channel, you are also aware of my other videos. And if you want to watch my other different videos, my channel, a video section is available from there. Video section. I have 757 videos. I have videos in many categories. You can watch them too. We have come to the end of our haircut, friends. Flat blonde, as you can see. Right in the OMSI field without opening the neck too much. Sheet. We have created a haircut design. You are this style one. If you want to get a haircut, I'm in Beylikdüzü by contacting me on my social media addresses. Coming to my hall. Haircut from me. You can get coloring and other hairdressing services. I'm working on an appointment. I love you. Hope to see you. Take care of yourself.
Hello friends, today, Bob Haircut Design, I will explain in detail how to do this *E hair is divided into 4 main sections. First, profile separation, then the coronation. After creating a coronation asterisk, creating 2 distinctions from the back asterisk, and we will form the basis of your profile haircut first. As a basis, first starting from the left side. I created 1 sleeveless, and in accordance with this cover I determined your hair length, and then gradually moving it upwards, both folded *E. Bob haircut cut at 45-degree angles. 1. I will create a bob haircut. First, I created the basic separations. As you can see, after cutting the foundation, after cutting his neck, this size asterisk, we will set as a guide asterisk 1 way in accordance with this guide. We will continue our cutting second stage. From the left side asterisk, I continue as 1 left, 1 right asterisk diagonal. 1 at an angle of 45 degrees in accordance with the sword I cut at the bottom asterisk. And I keep building floors asterisk. As you can see, I created an angle of 45 degrees. Asterisk diagonal by asterisk. I created an angle, and it fits the sleeve at the bottom asterisk I continue cutting at an angle of 45 degrees asterisk. And following my cover 1 from the hair point, I cut before an with a sharpening cutting technique. I apply the cut and graduation on the back of the hair toe, create the appearance. I'm applying a folding process asterisk, so at a 45-degree angle with cross separations asterisk I keep cutting asterisk, as you can see here, horizontal 1 asterisk separation process. Here I'm creating a cut here horizontally. As you can see here, when I cut the floors asterisk, we are completed, and the horizontal here is 45 degrees asterisk. We have created an angle. Because it is horizontal, according to output direction, then I adapt, and before asterisk, after. Seeing the hair point I cut, I keep cutting. Then 3 asterisk, I'm going to the level. As you can see, there is also guinea eye created a diagonal 1 distinction, and I cut it, then 1 asterisk my sheath at the hair point. I cut before saw and cut on the same plane. I continued asterisk here. I came to the highest point after the 3rd level asterisk, and still the same height. I finished cutting. Now we keep on cutting asterisk after cutting the left side. The right side is also creating cross separations. So by creating diagonal distinctions asterisk, I keep making sure I created a cross separation here. I saw my hair guide that I had cut before and end in a cross way. So at a 45-degree angle asterisk, let's continue. Cutting from top to bottom asterisk, I start cutting from above. I see my guide in a cross way. I cut it and cut it after seeing the 45-degree angle, and folded to the bottom. I continue by adapting my floors. Yes, after cutting this part E asterisk, we cut the back part, guys. E, we do the height and E folding process. Then I'll go to the front E. After finishing the cut, this process after doing it, cross one distinction on the front. Again asterisk, I create one horizontal distinction, and after creating this horizontal separation, I see my guide in the back asterisk combing hair backwards in the same plane I cut it the same size when I scan slightly backwards asterisk. Front of the hair is a little longer. Its one view back part extends slightly from the back to the short front 1E. There will be hair design as you can see here, E. If you want a flatter look, if you want a blunt look horizontal in the same plane asterisk, by creating a distinction, E using the ruler on the back again, E. We can cut it straight asterisk, but if you want the front to be a little longer, asterisk scanning. Backwards E, the front of the hair is longer when you cut it. There will be one shorter image behind. If you apply it like this asterisk E. If the front is long and the back is short, there will be one image. E, when I see the point, I create a horizontal distinction and E piece by scanning backwards E with the hair point. I cut before, so I equate each other asterisk as you can. See asterisk, yes. Here again the same horizontal 45-degree angles E. I continue by preserving C. You soon, yes, I scanned it backwards here too. And after seeing the 45 lira angle asterisk, I keep making sure here to check some. I continue on the same plane asterisk. Then the peak and the floors asterisk, I make a vertical distinction in the same way asterisk. Cut it at an angle of 45 degrees asterisk. Yes, I cut from workout here I created a 45-degree deficit, and I made my cut here. You comb your hair backwards asterisk. It's more curved when we blow dry. So engraving, we will have the look hair length of our model from the front asterisk after determining the hair separation. Now E distinction to the left side. We have seen that left side separation to the front asterisk E light. 1 E. We will add texture asterisk here. After creating a diagonal end parts, little light again, I'm applying a folding process. I'm separating slices. Here, after cutting the first slice from the hair point, I cut before I'm getting an equalizing asterisk. I cut also in my third slice after. Seeing my guide forward, I cut it diagonally with the scroll technique. After cutting the front part I asterisk, I'm checking and picking up the ends, yes, asterisk, as you can see my side here. Using it as a ruler E behind the hair for a smoother image asterisk E, and I cut it with a straight scissor stroke asterisk. I will blow dry after cutting, and after the blow dry light hair, again asterisk, I will apply the personalization. Process hair here E, yes, I blow dry on the back. I'm looking again. E, I continue with the personalization. Process here is your hair at the bottom. If there are errors and protrusions, do them properly. E, I'm packing with scissors, yes, and cut the hair at an angle of 45 degrees. Again, E.1 soften the ends of the hair with the cutting technique, yes. You can also call it point cutting technique here. Cross her hair, you know. It's not vertical. It's a slight cross to guinea E. Between the touches in the hair E. Then applying scissor blows, we soften the hard image. Yes, here asterisk vertical second stage. Vertical, 1E to the ends of the hair. E, point cutting and pectas technique asterisk E. I apply softening process asterisk with Pictus. Technique on 3 parts of the scissors passing of hair. By applying softening process, we make it softer here on the back floors to get smoother transitions asterisk. Applying the pectas. Technique, we make the hair pass. Greetings. You too, if you want to make one cut like this in the description of the video asterisk. My social media addresses will be available. See you here. Reaching out with me asterisk from my social media. Addresses in the description section of my video. Reaching. You can come to my salon and get a haircut service. I'm working by appointment. See you soon asterisk. Yes. Appointment by reaching social media addresses. You can get Yes Bob Haircut asterisk Pixie. Haircut, layered haircut, and other hairdressing services. Asterisk, you can get Amber Retouch Honey. We also have coloring service like Brush Like Yes. As you can see here, comb I combed back, and the hair I equate with the point cutting technique. Asterisk, yes. As you can see, the front is long short back and folded. Our Bob haircut service is okay asterisk. Don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel asterisk. See you soon. Hello friends. Bob haircut design that stands out for you today. I will explain in detail how to do this. We will divide the hair into 2 main sections. Our first distinction is profile separation. Profile separation. From the middle of 2 eyebrows to the neck. We call the distinction profile separation. After creating a profile separation, your hair is at shoulder level first. So I'm from the left. I created an E horizontal distinction. I cut my first chmond after creating the horizontal separation. Here E your neck E. And starting at the very beginning. Mackerel, sharpening cutting technique, that is, with a straight I made a distinction. Stroke. And E. Now, after cutting the left side, now I went to the right side. The right side is the same, with straight scissor stroke between fingers, and sharp line cutting technique, so straight E with its blows E. I'm creating a fixed design. At the back, as you can see, the previous, following the hair point I cut. I'm creating burden, always the hair point we cut before. E as a guide. If you guide yourself, this too. E prevents you from making mistakes. As you can see here, E horizontal, diagonal, by creating distinctions, that is, because it stretches forward, by creating forward diagonal divisions. So yes, I keep cutting. Now I have divided it into the 3rd level. After 3 separations you see, like the hair point we cut before. E guinea scanning backwards is straight. So I'm creating a cut. So here's her hair. Scanning backwards. I cut it straight, and following this in the same way. I cut by combing backwards. E guinea straight form. I continue. Here is a longer view from the back to the short front. We get. Here E, the name of this design, is fixed. So we can also call it a line. So at a fixed point, cut the hair towards the back. It can be short or long. When you make such a cut, the front of the hair is longer. The backs will be shorter. S-O here. E forward, E bob. So we can say lop because it's a long bob. E we can also say lop cut. E, yes, here, under the neck. Neither too short nor too long design, as you can see backwards here. E with sharpening exact technique. Scissors. E straight E. Somehow, scanning backwards and between fingers. I scan. I create very clear and sharp lines. As you can see, I always follow my guide from behind. I mean, the hair point I cut before. I cut by following. Very clear. I'm going to give the hair a little texture here. From ear from the peak. I make a diagonal distinction to the back, so I'm creating a cross distinction to the back here behind the ear. The right side of my client, I'm going to the left because you front of the hair. I will create floors here. E as a shortness in the front part of the floor. Cheeky, by aligning your bones, that is, your cheekbones. E taking a guide, so the shortest. The section starts right from the most purposeful bones and down to 45-degree angles. I'm applying a folding process. You see here, guinea after cutting it at 45-degree angles. E hair scrolling technique. Starting from the shortest hair point, I'm sending a very light move, and E after E. The ends of the hair by applying the pictus technique, softening. Now I cut the right side, then I went to the left side. I'm going to cut the left side, but what am I doing here? My customer's E hair later. I pass to your right, and after I pass to your right, my guide from the previous hair point I cut, taking guinea, with scrolling technique, from the shortest point, E point here, point cut. By applying the point cutting technique, I continue my folding process. After cutting here, form a triangle again from the top of the hair. I make a distinction, and I take a guide to myself from left and right. Here is the hair from the hair points I cut before. E, after getting the guide, I sync according to that guide, so the hair. Here is bob stretching forward. And we have created a layered design. Yes, here. E, you see, after creating a triangle separation from the peak point line, E, I'm adjusting your shortness. This will be my guide. And starting from the back, I separate the hair slice by slice and guide on this apex. As you can see by following there all over, I take a guide from a peak in each slice, and in accordance with this guide, applying point cutting technique, I'm synchronizing. That is, the length of the guide at the top. Somehow only one that tall. E, I'm scanning the point towards the front of the hair exit, and after seeing my sheath extension, applying point cutting technique, I continue the haircut, as you can see from both sides. After cutting the guinea from a peak, E, guinea the same way, and as I did in the front, E, I created a horizontal separation, a triangular form on the top, appeared, and I'm scanning this peak, and the hair point one cut before. So after determining the hair length, E same size point cutting technique, that is point. with cutting technique. E, I, cut, and. Then I continue to the back by creating an E vertical separation again in the part of and comb the hair in the direction of exit, and determining the hair from the shortest point on the peak. E and point. Cutting technique, that is, with the point cutting technique. E, E, E. Now I continue my cutting. So let me give the hair texture here. I apply hair folding, neither too busy nor too little. After doing the folding process, E, then F-file. Auger with scissors, starting from the front parts of the hair with the technique. I'm creating the auger, end parts of the hair. I apply a light thinning process, here for a more homogeneous transition of hair. And to make the transitions more beautiful, language E piece by piece. Auger E, I twist the hair by applying a hair technique. I compress the hair and the ends of the hair. With money scissors, that is, with F-file scissors. I apply a thinning process. Here the transitions of the hair are more beautiful, and our model hair allows you to use it more comfortably. As you can see, the front of the hair is long, and the back is short and moving. That is, in two E models of lop and layered E hair design. We created a mixed design. You also like my video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And I will be with you with new videos. I hope you like it. Thank you very much. Hope to see you. Hello friends, welcome to my channel. I'm with you with a new video. Curtain bangs for you today. Hair design and how to make a straight haircut design. I will explain in detail. I created these first. I created your profile separation. After creating the separation of profiles, I created the coronation. And after creating that distinction, her hair is from behind E. Straight haircut by creating horizontal separations of hair. I started the cutting process. Friends, first of all, I cut it gradually. After creating the first E horizontal separation, I determined the length of your hair and haircut with the sharp horse cutting technique. I cut it with a straight scissor stroke, and as a second tier, again, in the hair point I cut before, I determined the length of the hair in the same way as the guide. I cut it straight. I divided the back part of the hair, or the hair, into 4 main sections. I cut the first part, and now I switched to the second part. The second part is the same to the hair point I cut before. In parallel, so E, same hair point. So I continue. And head to the cutting process. I continued and continue. As you can see here, I cut the hair straight, the back part backwards. I cut the back straight. Then I went to the side head of our customer. After setting the stop point at the back, taking a piece of the hair point I cut the side straight in the same line. Here, the foundation of the hair will be straight at the bottom. Applying the folding process to the front of the hair. Curtain bangs design. E, I will apply the haircut. Here is the hair straight after cutting the length of the hair. By creating a profile distinction, I separate it from the middle part of the hair. Bangs usually your hair. We start our process by separating it from the middle and part. Later, starting from eyebrow height, your hair, I will fold the front part. I will do the construction work. E, I separate the sections as you can see, and your hair E. Passing to our customer's left side while cutting the right side. E, by applying an angle of 45 degrees. I'm starting the cutting process, guys. As you can see, after cutting the first operation in the second operation down to 45-degree angles, I keep cutting. As you can see here, the curtain by folding the front parts. Bangs hair design. I'm creating. I went to the other process. E here again. After cutting the left side now, I went to the right side. But by crossing the E right of our customer, I cut the left side. Here is the hair point that I cut before. E take my guide. Measure my hair from there. I start the cutting process after measuring your height. As you can see, our customer. Because I cut the right side of our customer, I went to our customer's right because I cut the left side, and the cutting process continues, folding the front parts with 45 degrees of pane. And fold the front parts. VE. I help her get a moving look. And E. As well as other process. Now the back parts and the front parts E. I also started folding the back parts. And our customer E. While folding. My folding process by separating slice by slice. I continue. Here, I always check my guide E. First by taking my guide from the hair point I cut. Hair according to the output of the hair, creating an angle of 90 degrees. Unfolding. Here according to the structure of the hair. Separating slices. I continue the cutting process. From the top of the hair, lifting upwards. Your hair is up guinea by forming a 90-degree angle. As well. Point cutting technique. I continue my process by applying point cutting technique. Yes, friends, as you can see, it was a beautiful haircut design. You also have this kind of floor. If you want to do it, come to my salon. E, you can get haircut service. E, your social media address. It will be in the description part of my video. Reaching from there and coming to my left side, you can get a haircut service. Don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel. I will be with you guys with new videos. I wish you a good day. To you today, one straight and smooth haircut with shaver. How to do it, I will explain it in detail. First, while cutting our model's E hair, all straight in one way, we blow dry. After blowing, one comb bottom, one comb of hair on top. We lock from two sides. After locking, the shaver at 0 degrees. Bring it to the end point, to the point we will cut, and with a shaver, using our comb as a ruler, and we shave starting from the right. We will apply one straight cut. Very easy with this kind of operation. We can do straight one cut, but I would like to express it. When we make a straight one cut with a shaver, the ends of the hair will be fluffy and plump. One such haircut. If you are satisfied with E, you can make such a cut. Yes, it is also the easiest as a straight cut. One of the cuts made. This style is easy. Haircut where you can get fractures on the ends. Straight from the back with a razor. When viewed, you can get one straight image. If you want to get a haircut like this, in the description part of my video, reaching me from my social media addresses. Coming to my hall, you can get a haircut. As you can see, comb E first a comb. I compressed a comb from the bottom, and I brought it to the extreme of the shaver. 0 degree with no adjustment. E, and I cut it with a machine. Then again. I tilted our customer's head forward and the bottom one. I have also collected the little hair. Straight one haircut, as you can see. Don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel. I will be with you with new videos. Hope to see you. Goodbye. Hello friends. How to make a bob haircut that stretches forward to you today. I will tell you in detail. First, show the long hair of our Model 1. I cut it down. I take this long density straight and create distinctions of our model. I will create a profile distinction as the first distinction profile separation from the beginning of my forehead. Straight one, you have separated to the end of the neck. Separation, profile separation. We say, friends, after creating this distinction, the second distinction is also crown separation, also one. By ear, in the separate distinction, we have separated until the other ear. While separating this coronation, E, we put our comb from the beginning of the guinea forehead and the point where your back touches. E, we create the distinction. Here is an easy one discrimination technique. You can also apply this crown separation and my profile to divide the hair into 4 main sections. E is the technique we have applied. Very comfortable in this technique one way. You can cut the hair into pieces. After creating this distinction, from the nape part, E to form the basis of hair 1. We create horizontal separation. This will be our guide, so your hair is short. We will determine your height. Here from the nape part by creating one horizontal distinction, starting from the middle part of the hair 1. I create vertical separation, and the part of the hair we will cut. Finger sharp horse cutting technique. I cut it with a straight scissor stroke. After cutting E, I align the left side section in the same way. Then I align the section on the right in the same way. Here's the back part. Straight one E sharp line cutting technique. I applied the cutting process. I determined the length of the hair here, and the next layer of one guinea horizontal one. I separate by creating a distinction. After creating this distinction, the guinea, from the middle part, I create one vertical separation starting from 1. The hair size we cut before. After seeing it from the bottom by aligning, I cut it and the bottom is the same. I cut it straight one way. Here after forming the basis of the hair. Your hair. Folding process to other parts. I will apply in the next section 1. I will create your angles. Yes, friends. Here I separate it from forward again. Forward, our customers head forward, 1E. From the bottom after applying. E1 I determine it with the hair dye I cut before and cutting process. I'm applying it here. I'm determining the length of the hair. Clear one way. After cutting the same size. E, then creating a distinction again. I will apply the folding process. I determined the length of the hair here. And light on hair. E, I will gain texture. Now I'm going to split it in half again. And nape guinea 1. E this time by creating one horizontal distinction. Hair E vertical 45-degree angles. E. It gives texture to the back of the hair. The first technique we cut is to determine the length of the hair. I determined the length of the hair here, and now, as you can see, applying one angle of vertical 45 degrees, I will cut your hair first from the hair point I cut. E here, according to the exit direction of 90 hair. 130730 degree 1 angle. I'm lifting your hair up. I cut it, then I will create one vertical distinction. Here I see the hair spot I cut before. I'm cutting now. I'm creating one vertical distinction here, and E 45 degree 1 from the hair point I cut, creating an angle. Hair cutting continues. As you can see, I determined the hair and point. I cut it at an angle of 45 degrees. Here, we will create a slight bump on the back of the hair. So we will provide one light transition with folding process. I cut the left side. Now the right side is the same, forming 45 degree vertical, 145 degree angle. I cut the hair gradually by separating it one way. And one in the next section. In the same way with a vertical 45 degree angle by seeing the hair point we cut before. Same way. I create the angle after a 45 degree angle. Point cutting technique. E. I cut with cutting technique. I created a horizontal angle of 145 degrees here. I see the hair from the hair point I cut before. Here with the point cutting technique. I'm cutting then. At an angle of 45 degrees. I continue my cutting process again. Your guinea hair on the top one, seeing the hair point I cut before, at an angle of 45 degrees, with point cutting technique. With the point cutting technique, I continue my cutting process. I went to the left side of the hair. On the left side of the hair, a guinea, I created one horizontal separation and suitable for hair length on the nape, with a slight 45 degree angle on the sides, in the front of your hair. Short forward from the neck one, to get the image. Forward at a 45 degree angle. I continue my cutting process. And the second stage E at the top of the hair. With hair length, that is, at an angle of 45 holes. By giving texture. I continue the cutting process, guys. Hair length at the peak here. Based on. I continue the cutting process. Okay. After cutting the left side, the right side is the same. Front of the neck to get a long one look. Point the hair forward as a guide, with finger grip at an angle of 45 degrees. I continue the hair cutting process. We get one view that stretches from the neck to the front. After passing the second stage, diagonal, I made one distinction, and peak hair length as a guide. I continue the hair cutting process with 45 kinds of angles. I apply point cutting technique from here. As you can see, point cutting technique. Here, I comb the hair backwards, and your hair. I make it get one long view towards the front. Now dividing the hair from the peak into two main sections. I will continue the cutting process. I separated the hair in the middle. Right and left. I separated one part from the peak. Her hair is 90 degrees. I lifted it up with one angle and form a 45-degree angle from the end. I continued with the haircut. Then hair, the second part, in the same way. I lifted it at a 90-degree angle toward the exit direction upwards. And as a cut, I created a 45-degree angle, 90-45, so 90 degrees. I lift it at a right angle. I cut the tip at a 45-degree angle. As you can see here, the front of the hair is long, back short and curved one way. Story one way. I gave the appearance. Doing my last count checks. Here is our customer's head. We bend slightly, and I check with a comb. Then I scan backwards. In the nape part, by checking with hair length, I continue to cut. Left side. After applying the right side in the same way. Scanning backwards. With the short in the nape part. Long section in the front. Forming a 45-degree angle by balancing. I continue to cut. As you can see, the front was long. Backs are shorter and curved one way. Layered, textured, gaining one-y look. I continue to cut. Right and breadth. I'm checking. Ahum, here our haircut is over. By forming one rivety bangs on the front of the hair. We will get a short one look on the front of the hair, and we will finish our transaction. Here, your hair is from eyebrow level. Distinction triangle 1 by creating a distinction eye reception. By creating the motif, I will make one distinction from the front of the hair, creating one straight bangs. I will make it get one beautiful look. Burden. Calculating the E-gap of the nose while cutting the bangs. Again with the point cutting technique, that is, with the point cutting technique. I'm starting the haircut. And the hair slightly upwards. I gain one light bomb by scanning the side. If you want to watch my next videos too, in the videos section of my channel, you can also watch many kinds of incisions videos. So haircut coloring, ombre balayage, perm bun design. I have many categories of videos from there too. You can watch my other videos, my channels, if you want to be aware of new videos. You don't forget to activate the notification bell from my new videos. You activate the notification bell to be notified, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I would be very pleased if you like my video. One next if you like my video. Many people will have watched my video too. Many people will have watched this video thanks to you. Your likes are very important, and if you subscribe to my channel, thanks to you, our audience will grow more. I wanted to show you the latest version. As you can see, the back is long towards the front. Our bob haircut design occurred. If you want to get a haircut like this, by reaching me on social media and coming to my hall, you can get haircut service. Don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel. Hope to see you with one new video. Take good care of yourself. See you.
Today you curtain bangs layered haircut. I want to explain our service in detail. Layered haircut here. Curtain cardamom, how to do this. You will see in detail. First, we create profile separation later. Say we will create a crown separation. Profile separation with crown separation. The process of dividing the hair into 4 main sections. We say friends. First distinction, profile distinction. Profile separation from the middle of 2 eyebrows to the straight line that I parted down to the neck. Profile separation. Second also. Crown separation from one ear to the other ear. The distinction we have separated, we call crown separation. Fold the front parts of the hair after the crown separation. Curtain to make cardamom process. We split the hair in half. After this separation, starting from ear levels, we create a diagonal separation from both sides. Then while cutting our customer's right side, I go to the left and starting from cheekbones, 45 degrees. We will create a distinction, haircut with a distinction of 45 degrees. So we'll start doing here profile, starting from the apple bones. We determine our sword from top to bottom at an angle of 45 degrees. And I cut, and the other parts are the same, at an angle of 45 degrees after cutting. I scan them all towards myself, and I make my cut by creating a single line. Then I will cut the left side. While cutting the left side, I pass to the right side of my customer. The first part of the guinea cheekbones. I cut it so I separate it diagonally. Later. Right? Scanning from left to right. I'm cutting the first part. Then the second part is the same from the right. I'm taking it all alone to the left. And cut the previous. From my hair point, I cut our banana the same size. After folding the front, back eye first, we created a profile separation on the right side. We divided the hair into 2 main sections. I will fold the back in 2 main sections. Same way again. I'm creating a diagonal separation towards the back. And on the right, piece.
For cutting the right part, I go to the left side, and the front one I cut first guinea from section right to the left. As you can see, by creating a distinction, I was born first cut. Hair point. I cut by specifying, so I scan. This time I'm scanning them all forward. That is at an angle of 45 degrees, scanning directly to the front. I see the hair spot I cut before. I see the guide, so I equate it with hair length. Both in the front parts here, I equate with the height. I equate with the length in the front. Both. When the blow dry you scatter is taken, when the shape is given, the front, hair equality, and long pieces, so that it does not appear at 45-degree angles to the front section. I scan the back with diagonal Ian angles and forward. I'm scanning in the front part again, at an angle of 90 degrees for scanning forward. I'm cutting. This side, no. What happens when I scan this cutting process forward? There is a folding process from the front to the back. Because the hair in the front is a little short, there is a cut suitable for the short hair in the front. Hair falls longer towards the back, and folding process on the front and back. We are applying both. From the front, we shorten and fold. A hair we see when we throw it backwards. We made a move. And a both oval. Here and an oval back. The look was also folded and ovally. We will have a look. This time to check the hair guinea after combing. I comb the hair completely and towards the peak. I lift it up. A check again. Is there an error after checking it? Equalize, and from the ends, I'm cutting. I look at the 3 dots and cut by length. Then, so you know your hair. To apply a folding operation to the foundation, I divide the hair in half with the guinea star technique. And listen piece by piece. As you can see, so neither too thick nor too much. I scan upwards in thin pieces, 90 degrees, and from the ends, with point cutting technique. I apply hair folding, here with the star technique, a suitable structure for the hair. I'm applying a folding process. As you can see here after seeing the longest point, a point cutting technique. With point cutting technique, I'm applying a folding process. Here I comb the hair, and from above, hair 90 degrees according to the direction of hair output, and 45 degrees compared to the length of the hair. I keep cutting with angles. As you can see, 90 degrees. Scanning the stone, and the 45-degree point of cut, with cutting technique. I continue my process. You too, to support my channel. Don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks to you, our videos reach many people. And thanks to you, watching our videos. Dear friends, my video, thank you so much for watching and subscribing to my channel. Thank you. Our folding process is over, friends. Now to the ends of the hair. With the net scissors, that is, with the scissors we call intermediate scissors. We apply thinning softening process, starting from the front part to the hair auger technique. So I'm twisting the hair. and the ends. With intermediate scissors, I'm thinning here at the ends to ensure a more homogeneous fall of the hair. To get a smoother image, I apply thinning process with auger technique. You want to watch my other videos too. If you want, in the videos section of my channel. Many kinds of videos. I have videos in many categories. You can watch my videos there too. If you have any questions, description part of my video. I have social media addresses there too. You can ask by contacting me, or in the comment section of my video. Leave your questions. I can read them and give you detailed information. You can ask questions. Do you also enjoy layered hair? Curtain cardamom and other EA pixie haircuts, short haircut, bob cut, and other E. If you want to get services about hairdressing, to my salon in Istanbul Beylikdüzü, you can come. To come too. From my social media addresses in the description section of my video, reaching me by making an appointment, you can get service. I continue thinning the ends of the hair. The reason why I do auger. Hair, when I do thinning on the back and ends. When the hair opens, so we get a more natural look. As you can see, our process is over. Now our forming process, we will apply our process. I will apply a layered moving blow dry process. As you can see, front moving, folded backs. We are with you with a beautiful hair design, friends. If you like my video, I model. If you like the design, make sure to like my video. Commenting and social media. Don't forget to share on your address.
Hello friends, welcome to my channel. I'm with you with a new video. To you today, how to do blunt haircut. I will explain it in detail. First, we make profile separation. Profile separation your neck from the beginning of your forehead. We applied until the end. We call the straight line profile separation. If the second E distinction. E. Crown separation from one ear to the other. We also apply this distinction. When we apply this distinction, we divide the hair into 4 main sections. We make a straight distinction from the back again. After separating the 4 main sections, hair gradually starting from the neck, with sharp horse cutting technique. Her hair here, creating sharp lines. Create a straight cut and get a blunt look. Here with the comb 6 hair cutting technique. As you can see, comb with 6 hair cutting technique.